Imagine this, you spend your whole life chasing money, yet no one ever taught you how to think about it. You learn algebra, history, maybe chemistry, but not how to manage emotions when you lose money, or why you buy things that you don't need to impress people you don't like. That's the missing subject, the psychology of money. Because money isn't just math, it's emotion, ego, fear, status, and identity. And if you don't master those, it doesn't matter how much you earn, you'll always feel poor. Today, we're diving deep into what schools never taught you about money, the mindset shifts that separate the broke from the wealthy, the stressed from the free, and the lost from the wise. Money is emotional, not logical. Money decisions are rarely coming into from logic, they come from emotion. Think about it. When the market crashes, logic says buy more. Emotion screams sell everything. Most people lose because they react emotionally. It's not intelligence that builds wealth, it's emotional control. These are people with PhDs who live paychecks to paycheck, but people will average jobs who retire wealthy. The difference isn't knowledge, it's behavior. Because money rewards consistency, not brilliance. Investing a little for 30 years beats investing a lot for 3. Yet most can't wait that long because patience feels boring. And that's lesson 1. Your emotions decide your financial destiny far more than your education ever will. Enough is a superpower. Let me tell you a story. A journalist once visited a billionaire's mansion for a party. He whispered to his friend, "You know, this billionaire made more money today than we'll make in a lifetime." His friend smiled and said, "Yes, but I have something he will never have, enough." That word enough is the foundation of peace. Because if you don't define enough, you will never stop chasing. You will upgrade your car, your phones, your house, but the feeling doesn't last. You adapt, you compare, and you start wanting more again. We call this the hedonic treadmill, running in place, chasing happiness that fades. Wealth isn't having more money, it's needing less. Schools teach you how to earn, no one teaches you how to stop craving. Status is a trap. Humans crave respect. We both need to be administered, envied, and seen. That's why so many people buy luxury things, not for comfort, but for validation. But here's the paradox, people don't care about your car, they care about how their car looks next to yours. Status is an endless race with invisible competitors. And the truth is, the richest people often don't ever look rich because their money works for them, not against them. True wealth is quiet. Loud money is insecure money. And the moment you realize that, you're free. Luck, risk, and humility. Success stories often sounds like formulas. Wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., grind harder, never quit. But behind every fortune, there's also luck. The right timing, the right person, the right risk that happened to work out. The psychology of money teaches humility. That's not all success is derived, and not all failures is your fault. Some people are born in the right decade, in the right country, in the right safety net. Others start with debt, trauma, or zero access to opportunity. The lesson? Be kind, don't worship the rich or judge the poor. Because money outcomes are never just efforts, they are also circumstances. Freedom is the real rich. Money isn't about numbers, it's about control. Control over your time, control over your choices, control over who you have to answer to. Freedom is the ultimate currency. Most people don't actually want $1 million. They want the feeling that having $1 million gives: peace, anatomy, and time. When you realize that, your goal changes. You stop chasing income and start designing independence. That could mean living simply but debt free. It could mean working fewer hours but also on your terms. It could mean saying no without guilt. That's real wealth. The power of long term thinking. Money grows in the same way trees do. Slowly, quietly, invisibly at first. But most people get bored because their tree bear fruits. They chase shortcuts, hacks, and the next crypto miracle. And every time they restart, they destroy the compounding that could have made them free. Wealth is built in silence and patience, not in noise and greed. Compounding doesn't just apply to money, it applies to habits, relationships, knowledge, and reputation. Start early, stay steady, ignore the noise. The invisible riches. Let's end with this. There are two types of wealth, visible and invisible. Visible wealth is the stuff you see, the cars, the watches, the mansions. Invisible wealth is the stuff that matters, freedom, health, peace, love, time. Society teaches you how to chase the first, and wise chases the second. Because when your peace depends on external things, it's fragile. But when it comes from within, it's unbreakable. So maybe schools never taught you the psychology of money, but you can learn it now. Here's the truth. You don't need money to start feeling wealthy. You just need a new way of seeing things. Thank you for watching, and remember, wealth begins in the mind before it ever shows up in your bank account. So everyone, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.